Okay, let's look at including code. So this is including additional files that have code inside of your code. First of all, use a require once function for unconditional includes. So if we're adding it regardless, we're going to go ahead and use this function. However, if we're going to include it sometimes but not others, so it's conditional, we're going to use include once. Both of these use the same stack of files, so it will keep track between them of what files have been added, so you don't have to worry about overlapping. Finally, when including files that exist in the same directory as the file that you're currently working with, go ahead and use a full path. So this is a little different than Drupal 6. We'll use Drupal root, which is a constant that contains a full path to the current root directory of the Drupal install, a slash, and then we're concatenating that to a full path to the file to be included. So if your file is within a module, you would want to make sure to include the module directory, the includes directory, and the name of the file. Okay, PHP tags. First of all, start your file with a PHP opening tag, but leave the ending tag off at the end of the file. The reason for this is that any code that exists after that PHP tag, like white space, could throw an error when it's being processed. And because PHP will automatically add that ending tag or assume it's there, then it's kind of a redundancy. We can reduce our code just a little bit by removing that tag. But mostly it's those extra characters afterwards that throw an error that's very difficult to track down. All right, semicolons. So sometimes when you have a very short PHP snippet within an opening and closing PHP tag, oftentimes you'll see this in a template file, you can omit the last semicolon after the statement. But in order to keep to standards, we want to leave that there. So even though it's optional, we're going to leave it there because if you add additional statements, you'll want that semicolon there.